What's going on, Nesty Besties? Happy Saturday in the nest. How is everybody? Happy to see each and every one of you today in the nest. Smugtal is 100% back and she is sassy. So if you were starting to feel really bad for her, like, oh wow, poor Chantal. Whoops. Poor Chantal. She's really going through it. She's weak. Poor Chantal. No, after you watch this, you'll be back to like, I'm telling you, you'll be right back to that if you haven't seen it yet. All right, who's in the nest today? Let's see. We've got Fragrant Beans. Hello, hello. Darkest Coven. Hey. Spooky Von Sweets. I hope that everyone's having a fantastic day or night. Me too. Hope you are too. NYJ1628. Hello, hello. Chicken a Duck. Smugtal is unbearable without the filter of the nesties. Agreed. I mean, I laughed a bunch of times because I was like, whoa, you witch. Hey, Ryan, good timing? Excellent. Okay, great. Hey, Tracy, Delulu Pondu, listening while working on my crocheting. What are you making? Nice. Hey, Shelly. Hey, Fadnama, thanks for the snacks, Fadnama. Those look good. Oh, Holly McMolly, hello. Tally Ooh, Candy Kitten. Tweety, the fact that she thinks people could weaponize her marriage certificate means there's something wrong with it. She kind of went on for a while about it. You know? I mean, why wouldn't you just dismiss it? Like, I don't know what you guys are thinking, but there's nothing up. And just keep it moving. But she focused on it for quite a while. She always tells on herself, yep. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Panda Pondu. Kimbalina's in the nest. Nobody important. CCP. Litten Kitten just stopping in to say hi. Okay, you're going to be cleaning. The best housewife in Kuwait. You're just like Chantal today. That is such a good goal to have. And really, I should follow more in her footsteps myself. I could be doing more cooking. I could be doing a lot more healthy cooking. Let's see, we got Peach Cobbler in the nest. Hello, we got JJ asking for the air fryer. Where's that air fryer? At least, okay?
At least we don't use the air fryer for frozen food always.
Exactly, a lot. What would you possibly have to be jealous of? Hey, BB, how's it going? We got Callie Cat. Yeah. We got Doohickey in the nest. I am jaded and have zero empathy for her. I totally get it. Sushi Slut. No sympathy bone. Can't find it. Carrie Lynn. May Faye. Purple Spirits in the nest. Nice. All right. Gas Station Sushi. Ooh, that doesn't sound healthy at all. Hey, Anna Noodle. Nice to see you. Peace, baby. Poison Petty Four's in the nest. Travis, hello again. Nice to see you. Tater Tot Hot Dish Sports Bras, everyone. You might want to grab them. Just saying. You might. Might be a good idea. Hey, Willy Mum. After a 16-hour day yesterday and a full day today, I've not seen anything yet. Okay. You'll be napping? Okay. You'll be napping. All right. That's okay. I get it. Hey, Catnip, your kid is interested in making abs like Batman today? Oh, nice. Hey, Gaining Gird. How's it going, Gaining Gird? Nice to see you. If you guys haven't checked out the Gaining Gird's channel, please do. It's some pretty, and they're short videos. They're concise and fun. I'll put a link in the chat right there. If you haven't checked out the Gaining Gird yet, I suggest. That's a recommendation. Let's see. I'm trying not to miss anybody, but inevitably, I will. Yes, nobody important. Thank you. Sansa Cook's video was great, responsible, and calm. A great addition to Are You Serious going over the labs, too. Yes, if you haven't yet seen Sansa's video from today, I'm putting a link in the chat to her channel. She had a discussion with an emergency physician and asked some questions about Chantal's condition without giving too many specifics, because she's not a patient of anyone that we know. So, you know, she may have a friend or coworker who's an ER physician, but he's not treating her directly. So giving her entire history wouldn't necessarily be helpful. We want an overview of what's going on with Chantal. And I thought that video just, it was like chef's kiss. It was perfect. It was everything we needed to know. She needs to be eating leaves. Period. Leaves. Leaves with no dressing. Just leaves. What link didn't work for you, Kimberlina? For Gaining Gerd? Gaining Gerd, did you change your channel? Did you change your ad? Yeah, you did. Oh, you did. I have to update that. Gaining Gerd, what's your new link? Thanks, Nightbot. Yeah. Yeah, Gaining Gerd, what's your new channel link? Or if you just like, is it at the Gaining Gerd now or something? Let me know so I can update Nightbot. Rainy Day is in the Nest. Awesome. Doohickey watches Sansa. Awesome. Yeah. Sea Life is in the Nest. Moz. Hello, hello. I think we got everybody. Hey, House of Hannibal. He says the like button has been activated. And there is another excellent channel to go check out is House of Hannibal. That link should work for sure. I was dying the other night watching House of Hannibal. Oh my God. He does this segment on this guy, Arel. And basically, if you've ever seen the show Cheaters, like where people are being exposed, like some of them that Arel does, it's like, all right, is this really real? But even if it's like, even if you know some of them are acting, some of them don't appear to be acting. And it's just wild. It's wild. Wild. So definitely check out the House of Hannibal. He also covers Foodie Beauty and that weird guy that I can't watch, Cobra or something. It literally makes me physically ill to watch that. So I have to dip out whenever I see someone covering Cobra. I'm like, okay, I'll come back. Yeah, like kind of turns my stomach. You got more Arel coming up? Yes. Yes. Oh, Everyday Miriam is your new channel. What a great name for a channel. Everyday. Well, let me just look up. Oh, let me just look up you yourself and see what it links to. Yeah, I'll fix Nightbot. The Gaining Gerd. Everyday Miriam. Awesome. All right, here's the correct link to the Gaining Gerd. Definitely check out the Gaining Gerd. Talks and advice. Oh. Hey, Kaja. Kaja or Kaja? Kaja. I'm sorry, I don't remember. CCP, yes. You can't watch Cobra either? Yeah, King Cobra, right. I mean, some people are just too gross. I just like, Hey, Kelly out and about. How's it going? Nice to see everybody. Need Some Z's is in the Nest. Sansa's video was really good. It definitely was. It was awesome. It's a must watch. Ruby Parajewels, hello, hello. And how do you explain a 400-pound lol cow death fat to a doctor? That's an well, they see a lot. They see a lot, so. But like the unwillingness to, you know, to follow any of the doctor's directions, to just go do your own thing, that must be extremely frustrating for any physician to watch. Definitely. Cobra is creepy, yeah. Yep, that was Chantal's new channel she never went through with. Yeah. Yep. Always new ideas, very little follow through. Hey, Susan, how's it going? Hey, you know, she gives it up, someone will snatch it. Yeah. I was really excited about the reactions channel too. I was like, that really could have transformed the entire community. That, I'm telling you, her views would have skyrocketed, but you know, she abandoned it before it even got started, sadly. That really would have been something. There's no videos on Gaining Gerd's channel? Oh, Gaining Gerd, what happened? Did you take down all your videos? What's going on, Gaining Gerd? Her ideas are good, but she doesn't put in the work. Right. Good initial ideas, but just zero follow through. Yep. Hey, Courtney, nice to see you as well. All right. Shall we get into it? Shall we? It's really something. It's really something. If you haven't had a chance to watch it yet, we are gonna pause quite a bit because she's especially obnoxious, and there's so much to cover, so much. So let's do it. All right, ready? Let me get past all of her nonsense. There we go. So she is wearing a Palestinian scarf. Mostly, it's mostly worn on the head. She did wear it on her head the other day. I do have a video that I covered that in. If you want to go check that out, what it symbolizes. You know, some people are wearing it as a fashion statement. And that's what I think she's doing. So, Hey, Jack in the Box.
We just have a bit of business to do in Kuwait City, so I thought that I would take you guys along for the ride, enjoy some of the shots. Kuwait City is gorgeous. I love it.
I'm very curious. Yes, we are going to talk about the plastic, but I am very curious why she chose to film this. Is it just because of the cat? Why is she filming this? It's got to be, right? It's very odd. Just this random entrance to a building. I don't know. Strange. But, you know, you vlog what you think, what you're interested in and what you think others will be interested in. This is what she films. So, yeah, we're definitely jamming out to this music. All right. So, you know, she fluffs up the scarf a little bit in case you haven't noticed it. She wants to make sure that you do notice it, that she's wearing it. Okay. But she won't bother to discuss it, what it means, nothing. She won't go into it. So that is one of her very passive-aggressive ways of stirring up drama. She does. So we do have plastic still on every single seat. You can see on her headrest there's plastic. There's plastic in the back seat. And on our right, you can see Salah's, or the other front seat, and that also has plastic on it. It has been a full 2 weeks since they got this new car. I don't understand it. You can buy seat covers if you don't want the original upholstery, leather, whatever, to be harmed. I don't know. It's very odd to me. Very odd. I've never seen anyone do this before, ever. I don't know if you guys remember that mosque. It's in one of her videos. Actually, I put it in a short video where she's talking about her reversion to Islam and how she married a Kuwaiti, someone living in Kuwait, a Syrian man. And it was in her, I decided to devote my life to Allah. And this mosque at this exact vantage point was in that video. So there's a possibility it's old footage. They might just also go by the mosque in this direction whenever they pass it, perhaps. I don't know. Bugs Bunny says she looks stupid. Yep. Keeps the odor away, Travis. Could be. Yeah. Says it's for preservation. I mean, there are seat covers that she could buy to put on there, or he could buy. Hard times. How's it going? Because she couldn't explain it if she wanted to. It's probably something that Salah does that she doesn't know why. They could be renting at Jack in the Box. Absolutely. Yep. Kimberlina, you think I should get some Ray-Bans? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. It's a borrowed showroom car. Could be yarn enthusiast. Definitely. I can understand it on her seat, but the others need some Z's. It's odd. It's especially where it's so hot in Kuwait. Isn't that going to trap sweat between you and the plastic? Ugh. Yikes. I don't know. Yeah, they know they're going to have to sell it in another 4 weeks. Probably, Ryan. Yeah, that's probably the most likely explanation. Yep. Imagine sitting on plastic in Kuwait sun. Exactly, Wheelie Mom. Salat doesn't want the car ruined if Chantal explodes, and that's possible. Traveling teacher, I read somewhere on Reddit, yeah, I just saw this too, that Kuwaitis like to keep the plastics on new cars to flex that their car is new, and if it's leased, they keep it on in case they are unable to make the payments. Oh boy. I guess. And, I'm just gonna give my opinion culturally, having lived in Egypt for a couple of years. This would be a new money type of behavior. This is new money to preserve a brand new car's interior, to keep plastic from the factory on it, rather than switching it out for, even if you have them custom made, seat covers or some kind of protectant. That's very, and we know that they don't have money, but the behavior itself is very new money. It is. Yeah. The plastic covers on your seats can even ruin the upholstery and negatively affect the grip and cushioning it would offer to the users. She could go sliding right off it. Absolutely. Yeah, he brakes a little too hard. She's going, she better have her seatbelt on with the extender. She could slide right off that plastic at any time. I was going to make a comment about how she hated that the metformin made her sick, but what about the explosive expelling she has suffered for years? Well, yeah, what about eating a high-fat diet when you have no gallbladder? Didn't that upset your tum-tum a little bit, Chantal? He borrows from a lot. Could be. Poison Pettifoy lives in the desert, and the only reason they were able to sell us on leather seats is because they are cooled. Can't imagine plastic wrap. I know. Seriously. And we should definitely acknowledge the country's leaders here. She should absolutely say something about this at this point. There's so little that she understands about so much. But if she were ever in a situation where, her visa her tourist visa wasn't renewed, and they went through old footage of for some reason, I can't really see them going to that level of detail with someone like Chantal, but seeing the country's leaders in one of her videos and her not making a mention of them is, to me, remiss. She should say something complimentary here. She should. If she's going to feature them, and she's from Canada, this could be a real plus for her to say, look, I'm educating the Western world about the kind and generous leaders of Kuwait. That would be smart for her to do, but she's not the smartest.
So we're picking up a rotisserie chicken for lunch. I'm gonna have some of that with a bit of hummus and some peppers on the side, maybe some veggies just to dip, and just a bit of the breast meat.
Okay. So she went overboard with the mosaic. Instead of just hiding the license plates, she just covered half the screen. Okay, hey, at least it's better than showing people's, personal information. Now, there are some street dogs here that she's filming. Okay, these are the type of dogs that I have. They have been stray, not stray, but like indigenous really to the country, and on the street and in the desert is where they've never really been domesticated. So I would say the past few generations are starting to be domesticated. Like myself, I took in street dogs, and 12 years later, I still have some of them. I took in a litter of 10 off the street. So these dogs under the car, this is how they live. And, you know, it still just makes me kind of sad to see. And they will be skinny because they're eating out of the trash. These aren't dogs that were put out of someone's home or that someone didn't keep track of. These are dogs that are born and live on the street. And I can't really fault her for showing this because they are everywhere. And a lot of people don't know that this is a problem. So let's bring some awareness to the issue.
So I know some of you are going to be like surprised by the street dogs. There's, you know, a lot of wild dogs here just hanging out in the street in packs together. That's the difference between cat and dogs. There's always like cats, but they're always like usually alone and lone hunters, and the dogs are always together in packs. And there's always like a leader. You can tell which one it is. All right. Hello, guys. So here is my reading for this morning. It is December 1st, 2:08. That's pretty good considering, again, my highest fasting in the recent days was 414 mgdl. So,
yeah, we get it. We get it. Your sugar is still high. What's up, Kelly? What's up? Yeah, so we're at 2:08. She still has not fixed the date on her device here. It's still showing January 4th or April 1st, depending how you look at it. But yeah, she really can't be bothered. And that's really going to be a problem if the paramedics have to come to get her. And if this has a history function where they can look back to see what her readings are, it's going to be very difficult for them to figure out what was today, what was yesterday, if she doesn't fix the date on that. So that would be a good reason to fix it. But it's Chantal.
yeah. That's very good. It's still high, of course. It should be no more than like 100. But it's getting down there. And last night I didn't record it because I fell asleep pretty early. So yeah, my stomach is feeling a bit better. I still, you know, have problems with the bathroom from the medication, but oh well, I have to tough it out, so here it is. Alright, so for my first meal, I'm having some low-fat cottage cheese, some carrots, and a piece of rye bread, whole wheat rye bread, with some tuna, homemade tuna melt. So just some tuna, low-fat mayo, dill, salt, not salt, pepper, because the tuna is salted in the can, and a bit of light mozzarella cheese shredded on top, and I just put that in the air fryer, and it was pretty good, but it seems like it's missing something. Just wait.
You don't even want to see what's coming up next. Seriously, you don't even want to see it. So, you know, I don't know much about diabetic nutrition, okay? Now, she says she put this in the air fryer.
At least we don't use the air fryer for frozen food always.
Okay, so I guess whatever, right? I mean, whatever. The carrots, you know, carrots are high in sugar, whatever, okay? Cottage cheese, okay, it's protein. The chicken is protein. The cheese is protein. Why she needed to add the mayonnaise to this, you don't have a gallbladder, but you're putting in mayonnaise. You don't even need that. Whatever. You know, it's just like she truly has no clue whatsoever on how to eat properly. She has no clue. Never had any training or classes or anything on this at all. Foodie reacts back. I feel hungry. Do you? Well, you could make another cottage cheese chicken salad sandwich on rye toast if you're that hungry. Keziah, she keeps saying fasting. Isn't that just called since my last meal to the rest of us? I think in between snacks to her is fasting. Where's the leaves? Good question, Shelley. Yep, Sansa Coke's video, the emergency physician that she spoke to said that at this point, Chantal needs to be eating leaves. He said leaves. Like spinach. Spinach, and he said with nothing good on it. No dressing, no nothing. Just leaves. She's at that point. That's what she needs to do.
All right, trying the mustard and cottage cheese? Very good, actually. Tuna with mustard is also a must. All right, and for dinner here, I have a salad with 2 tablespoons of French dressing, light French dressing, olives, tomatoes, and just some romaine, pretty much. Just a basic salad. Okay, and I made the...
So to me, that looks like an awful lot of dressing on a salad. She's really going to have to adjust what she thinks is normal. This, to me, is way too much. If anything, she could have had a little balsamic vinaigrette on this. Balsamic vinegar, actually, not the vinaigrette. This is coated in dressing. If I saw this, okay, if I was given this at a restaurant, I would send it back. It's way, because I always get my dressing on the side anyway. This is way too much dressing. It's coated and it's all over the bowl. It's way more than 2 tablespoons. I agree with you guys. Way more. There's no way it could be. Not when you see like globs of it everywhere. It's completely coated. This is the only way she can handle eating salad. She's going to have to adjust her palate, really.
Olives, tomatoes, and just some romaine, pretty much. Just a basic salad. Okay, and I made this chicken pot pie, but I made a healthier version, okay? Look how flaky this crust is. I made a
healthier version, okay? I know I'm not supposed to be eating stuff like this, but I made it healthier. No, Chantal, no. There is no healthier. You need to be eating healthy, period. Leaves. Green leaves, okay? Leaves. Not gravy and crust and corn. Get it together. And it's like, you right now, if you haven't seen her video before that we're watching now, and if you're just listening, you could be like, wow, are you serious? This is really a bitch. Just wait, okay? Just wait. Just wait.
Olive oil crust recipe, and I'll put it up here. I took a screenshot. Oh my gosh, you guys. And it's a whole...
So we've got 2 2/3 cup of flour. 2 2/3 cup. She said it was whole wheat flour, so she thought it was okay. She says that coming up next. Almost 3 cups of flour for 1 pot pie. 2 teaspoons of salt. 2/3 of a cup of olive oil. 2/3 of a cup of olive oil. I'm like, what? 6 tablespoons of milk. I mean, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, Chantal? Is this like, are you trolling us right now? Are we being trolled? I'm going to convert this because I wonder why she wrote it out like this. Because I don't know. I wonder why. Let's see. So we got, that's what I want to do, cups to grams, because you would be weighing the flour. There are 250 grams in 1 cup. It does depend on what you're putting in the cup. So that would be 500, 700-ish grams of flour. Okay. 2/3 of a cup of olive oil. What? All right, 2/3 of a cup. Oh my God. Easy is 156 mLs. 156 mLs of olive oil. Oil. Okay? Healthy. This is healthy, she says. She made it healthier. Okay, great.
Whole wheat flour, and the filling here, the gravy, more like a cauliflower soup. I blended cauliflower and used low-fat milk, a bit of about a tablespoon of flour to make the roux, but it is so delicious. All it is just veggies and chicken and a whole wheat crust made from olive oil. So you can tweak it to make it
A crust made from oil. Very healthy, Queen Shelley. I agree. Very healthy. A crust made from oil. Okay. Okay. It is a horror show. Turn the page. It absolutely is. Need Some Z says cups and tablespoons is a common measurement in Canada, so I'm assuming she's used to that. Okay, that makes sense. All right. Just Jamie, she's incapable of eating anything without a heavy or sugary sauce and cheese. Right. It's like anything other than that, oh, I made it healthy. The fact that this isn't covered in cheddar cheese to her is healthy. Really? Why? Why? Dot, I wish I could put your message here on the screen. Dot says, I'm waiting for her to say the doctor made a pass at her. You know, he looked directly into my eyes and he said, your sugar's so high because you're so sweet. And I said, oh, I'm married, sir. And he said, it doesn't matter. You're Canadian. You're not Arab. I don't have to be polite with you. And then I walked out of there, but not before booking the next 3 or 4 appointments in advance, because I think he's going to be really good with me.
A bit healthier. I was really craving this and I thought, okay, if I'm going to eat this, how can I make it healthier? And just had a small piece, as you can see, and the salad. So yeah, Bismillah.
All right, listen, Chantal, she might be a little too loud, huh? Okay, look at the look on her face, okay? This is perfect for where we're going next, all right? Now, the way she says that she made it healthier, and she's like, and yeah, like, it's like she's saying, so there, see, I can do it. Bismillah. Like, please don't take the Lord's name in such a tone. Please have some humility.
Just had a small piece, as you can see, and the salad. So yeah, Bismillah. Hello guys, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to another video. So, we are at the talking part of the video. I'm sorry I didn't upload yesterday. I might have spots here and there, you know, depending on life stuff. Was pretty busy yesterday. As I mentioned, we had people, friends down from Bahrain. So yeah, now I did my makeup and everything. We're about to go to
I did my makeup and everything. Everything. I did my makeup. I put on a decent hijab. Been busy. Been very busy.
So there's that. It's going to be about 3 hours or so. So, but yeah, just been busy with life stuff, like private life stuff. And, you know, trying to feel better. I am feeling a lot better, by the way. I think just like eating healthier and being on medication. And I've been doing something else that I will talk to you guys about shortly. Not in this video, but upcoming, that has really...
She's going to talk to us about something in the future, shortly. But she can't tell us now. Okay, we're in suspense, Chantal. Now, people have pointed this out. I'm going to enlarge it so you guys can see it better. People have pointed this out. I'm absolutely not the first to even notice it. And the only reason I think I did even notice it is because other people noticed it first. So, her pupils are not the same size. They are not the same size. And I thought, you know, people were taking, you know, like little, you know, screenshots. And I'm like, yeah, it's probably like the filter that's doing that, right? It's noticeable here. Her left eye, like our left, her right eye, looks larger to me than the eye on the right, on our right side. And I don't know if it has always been like this. If it has, I'm sure it's fine. I've read like a little bit about it. Like if this is just one of a trait that she has, then it's probably no big deal. But like her pupils are fine, yarn enthusiast. They don't look different sizes to you? They look different to me, and I don't usually pick up on stuff like that. You see it now? Yeah. And, you know, I'm not an alarmist. Like, I'm not going to pick out, like, oh, one eyebrow is darker than the other. I try to keep it like, all right, let's look at what's really here. To me, they look different right now. So they aren't the same color either, but she's got mega filters on always, right? Need some Z's. They've been like that since the drug arc in Canada, Clotho? Okay. Yeah, and I haven't noticed this before. So it may have been like this for a while, but since someone recently brought it up, I see it now.
They've been helping with my energy levels, like, badly. And my appetite. So I'll be talking about that. So I'm still having a bit of tummy issues with the blood sugar medication. But I expect that will be for a little while anyway. I don't know, we'll see. I actually had to like come off of the metformin before because it just didn't go away. But I'm gonna, these are like slightly different, so I'll tough it out for as long as I can and see. If not, maybe I'll have to go on something else. Mentally, I'm in a better place, My moods, they come and they go. Like, I just go through phases, bad moments.
We're aware of the phases, Chantal. Creepy corner. I'm so sick of her smug holier than thou. The cycles. I can't stand it when she tries to give advice or information as if she's a guru, or as if she's known what she knows now. She's known it for years and has been putting it into practice for years. You just saw something on Instagram or TikTok and you thought, that sounds smart. And you come onto YouTube and repeat it as if it's your own true life experience and you have something to offer to your viewers when you know very well that you don't.
It's mentally. And, but other than that, I'm doing really well and a lot better than my last video than the other day. And, I'm just trying to get into this new era where it's like, I just want to become obsessed with just taking care of myself, An
obsession to take care of herself. Okay. Dr. On Call says, my mother got admitted to the hospital for severe kidney issues associated with her type 2 diabetes. F around, Chantal. She could not cope with what my mom does. She can't handle nausea. Let's be real. Those of you who know that she's playing a very serious game and she thinks it's I don't really know if she's just in denial or if she truly doesn't understand the levity of what's happening here. Let me give you a list of commands. And we also have weather. I still need to add Denver to that. I meant to do it after the last stream. And we do have weather. So we have Kuwait time and Kuwait weather if you're interested in what it is there at the moment.
My health, my looks, my inward, my outward. I just mean like just taking complete care of your body, and I just want to like worship my body and become much more healthy.
She wants to worship her body. And, that really made me stop and say, what? Excuse me? You want to worship your body? You need Boston? Okay, let me write it down. Yeah, if you guys have any cities you want me to add to the weather, let me know, because I have a list. Denver is on it. We'll add Boston. And it can be around the world, too. It doesn't have to be just in the U.S. Boston. Okay. Worshipping anything as a Muslim, okay, we worship. It's the concept of oneness, one God. We worship one. We don't worship human beings. statues, idols. We only worship one. You want New Delhi? Okay. We only worship one, and that's God. That's it. That's it. For her to say, sitting there wearing hijab, that she's going to worship her body is very... It's disturbing to hear that she's been a Muslim for almost a year now. And I would say the most basic, fundamental aspect of Islam is the oneness, one, worshiping one. To say that she's going to worship her own body really is considered shirk. Shirk is not worshiping one, it's worshiping other things. We believe that our bodies are creations of God. We don't worship the creation, we worship God. So this threw me off quite a bit when I heard her say this, but her behavior coming up in the next few minutes, you can see the ego. She's very much in her ego right now, very much.
And that's really just where I want to put my focus right now. You know, I do have some other projects I'm kind of gearing up to work on. Maybe I'll share that down the line, but I am busy with a lot of things in life. And like I said, I'm just learning to really value my privacy. It was a hard lesson, but I realized the more you share with people, it's really not a good thing to do that. You know, keeping your privacy is such a good thing. And I know I shared my health records with you guys, but like when it comes to health and stuff like that, you know, I can choose what I want to share. That's the beauty of having your own channel and, you know, deciding what you want to share. And I like that I run the show on my life. Like I choose what to put out into the internet now. I'm not, you know what I mean? Like I'm a lot more picky with what I want to put out there. And I think that's been benefiting me and my mental health a lot more. And I'm telling you, if you want to be happy in life, just really choose what you tell other people. I've had to learn.
If you want to be happy, be cautious with what you tell people. And she puts up this graphic, and I mean, she can't even retype it herself. You can't see it from where you are. It says, the best parts of my life don't make it to social media. Okay. I have seen your other cities. I've added New Delhi. Everest Base Camp is genius. Okay. That should have been on there. And Swansea, Wales. If you have any others, let me know. If I haven't called it out, we have Denver, Boston, New Delhi, Everest Base Camp, Swansea. If you want any others, just let me know. The smugness, keep things private. If you want to be happy, keep your life private. That's what I've learned.
That the hard way, and I've had a lot of trust betrayal, but overall, at least I've learned something from it. And now I'm very, very selective with what I share. But things like blood tests and stuff like that, I don't really mind to share that at all. But things like, marriage certificate, that's like really private for the both of us. That involves two people.
That is so out of line to request things like that. Cumbria, England, you got it. So out of line. How could you ask us for such documentation? Look at her face. Look at her face, okay? Okay? That's why I was ripping apart her chicken pot pie. Okay, that's why. Oh, sorry, turn the page. If you want any cities available to be able to pull up the weather, just let me know, and I can add it to the list. Here's the current list that we have. Kuwait is on there. You want Miami? Okay. Yeah, we can do that. Myrtle Beach. Okay. Yeah, no problem. Okay. So, the smugness here. So the Tampa. Okay. We can do like one city for each state pretty much, Okay. So the marriage certificate is way too much to ask. It's way too much to ask. Lab tests. with the contents of your blood and what has been found in them is not private at all. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. Just put it all out there. But a piece of paper from when we got married a year ago? No. Sorry, you're going too far.
And you know what? Like, we don't owe that to anybody. Like, who are these people demanding to see this kind of information? Like,
Well, I'm not demanding because I really don't care. I really don't care. It doesn't affect me in the slightest. I'm curious because I'd like to know if you ever possibly have the chance of becoming a resident there. But if you are married, it's possible. But now, I don't know. I don't think so. Oakland, California. Please only list, for everybody, please only list cities if you're actually going to use the function, because this is going to take me a lot of time to enter. So if you're just shouting out a city and you're not going to ask for the weather for it, because I got put code in for each of those cities. I got Baltimore too. All right. So I don't care. I don't care if she's married or not. I think she would be extremely stupid not to have a marriage certificate while living there. It would be foolish, very foolish.
like, nobody on the internet shows those kinds of things to random strangers, especially those who want to weaponize it against us. Like, we don't owe that to anybody. And yeah, we are 100% fine with you thinking that our marriage is fake, because you can just report us to the government. And I mean, if people show
And like I said in the very beginning, okay, if this wasn't such an issue, she could say, I can't believe people are still asking for my marriage certificate. Get over it. We're married. And keep it moving. Move on. Talk about other stuff. She focuses so long on this that it's clear that it's an issue. It's clear that it is. She can show us lab results. Visit notes from 2019. She can pull that up. Medical visit notes from 4 years ago with what was recommended, the prescriptions that were prescribed, her medications. She can pull that up and put it on the screen. But a marriage that happened in a courthouse a year ago, you don't want to just pull it out of your wallet because it's clearly not hanging up anywhere. Not many people do put it anywhere, but still. You can't take it out from wherever you have it and just, even if you just flash it on the screen, be like, here, haters, we're married. I can walk into anyone's house who's currently married and see usually a wedding picture on the wall. Usually, if they're married, I can see a woman in a dress and a man that's dressed up, together on their wedding day. That's not that unusual. I don't typically walk into people's homes and see lab results out for everyone to look at. She's got this completely opposite.
We have the paper to show the people who need to see it. Otherwise, it's just for us. We don't really care. I'm at that point now in like life where I'm just like, if you want to think I'm 800 pounds, go for it. I really don't care, especially coming from people who don't even have the nerve, don't even have the courage to show themselves at all on camera. So I really, really, really don't care. I do have to go for a checkup at the doctor, so I'll try my best to remember, which I probably will. I will film my way in at the doctor. No problem. I have no problem with that. And then I will come home and compare it to my scales weigh-in, and then you can all suck on eggs. Anyway, a bit of my sass coming out.
We can all suck on eggs. You can suck on eggs. So.
Think I'm 800 pounds? Go for it. I really don't care, especially coming from people who don't even have the nerve, don't even have the courage to show themselves at all on camera. So I really, really, really don't care.
Yeah, it's obvious that you don't care whatsoever. You don't care about it at all. It's clearly just not even a thought that pops into your head. Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, I knew he was going to do that. Oh my gosh. Hey, Sansa. Hey.
I do have to go for a checkup at the doctor, so I'll try my best to remember, which I probably will. I will film my way in at the doctor. No problem. I have no problem with that. And then I will come home and compare it to my scales weigh-in, and then you can all suck on eggs. Anyway, a bit of my sauce coming
All right, then we will be waiting to see that film footage of you weighing yourself at the doctor. I would love to see that.
out. Anyways, I've always just had trouble with stupidity, like just nonsense. I can't stand it. It's a pet peeve of mine, and yeah, but other than that, I don't really care how much people think I weigh. I mean, I've shown my full body. I've never ever lied about my weight ever. I've never had issues with showing my whole body. Otherwise, I'd be cowering behind an avatar like everyone else that has issues with their weight, you know? So, I mean, I really just don't care. So, anyway, I gotta put a pin here before we go. Anyways, so that's it. I don't really have much to say. I didn't show my cooking video, sorry. I'm feeling a lot better, and I actually thought of a really fun exercise activity to do for my channel. And it's also a good way to show you.
Yeah, Chantal, fun. Sounds like fun. I had to go get my dog, so I missed a little bit of this. I'm just going to play it back quickly. I apologize.
I don't really care how much people think I weigh. I mean, I've shown my full body. I've never ever lied about my weight ever. I've never had issues with showing my whole body. Otherwise, I'd be cowering behind an avatar like everyone else that has issues with their weight, you know? So, I mean, I really just don't care. So, anyway, I gotta put a pin here before we go.
Now you care about pins in your hijab? Okay. All right. So she doesn't care about how she looks. She really doesn't care whatsoever. She's filtered to the max here, but, you know, it's not an issue to her. You know, beauty is from within, right? And, you know, Chantal, in case you're listening, you probably are not, which is totally fine. Oh my God, my pooches. In case, the reason, I'll tell you straight up, the reason I don't appear on camera is because this community has people who are off their rocker, okay? For real. I have had channels where I've been on camera. That's not an issue for me. It's not. So, out of my own safety, because you attract lunatics, that's why I don't appear on camera. And I will happily use an owl in my place. Calm your tits, haters. That's right, Susan. That's right. That's what she says. We can all suck it. We can suck eggs.
Calm your tits, haters. You all suck it. You can all suck it.
Okay. Yeah, we'll suck it. No problem. We'll suck it, and you live with your condition completely unmanaged. Does she realize how many calories are in oil, Jindy? 2/3 of a cup of olive oil in a crust. 2/3 of a cup. 2 2/3 cup of flour. Do we think that Salah had any of that chicken pot pie? An oil crust. My goodness.
Anyways, so that's it. I don't really have much to say. I didn't show my cooking video, sorry. I'm feeling a lot better, and I actually thought of a really fun exercise activity to do for my channel. And it's also a good way to show you guys more areas of Kuwait. I was thinking of doing a Kuwait walking challenge. So like one day I do walking challenge in like Souk Mubarakia, walking challenge, Al Qut Mall, walking challenge, Avenues Mall. There's so many places in...
Mark her words. We're doing a walking challenge. Mark her words. Missy Moo comes to mind. Right, Am. Exactly. There are people who literally are not in touch with reality who watch her. Yeah. Let's see that hair growth you cured with rose water, House of 1,000 Cats. It's really just, it's a miracle fluid. You can put it anywhere and things will instantly transform. I highly recommend it. And yeah, on my channel, we're going into a new arc. It's called the Walking Arc. Oh, but that's not all. That's not all. She's going to be doing more. She plans to do more.
Kuwait that are huge you have to walk around, like a lot of malls, a lot of parks, a lot of beaches, a lot of carnivals and stuff like that. I would love to do that. That would be really fun. It's going to be super challenging. Okay, I won't say I would love to do it because I honestly am scared to, like, when I think of how big the place is and how much I'll have to walk, and I have to try to find the courage within myself to do it. But I think that would be really, really good content to do. I just want to do glow up content, you know?
She's gonna do it. She's gonna do a glow up. She's on a glow up tour. Walking challenge. Rebel, walking challenge. Walk 10 steps without an oxygen tank. Yeah. How about out of that 11-minute video of going for a walk, you know, she walked about 4 minutes. 4 minutes and a few seconds, okay? Yeah, do a walking challenge where you walk for the entire video, where you don't stop to admire whatever you're looking at, where you don't stop to take in deep breaths of the Kuwait, of the bay. Yeah, just keep walking. That's the challenge. That's the challenge.
Because I really need to do it. Like, I don't know. I have to say that these health issues, more than anything else, even more than the clots and the embolism in my lungs, more than anything, hysterectomy, this is really scaring me, you know, for some reason, because I just feel it. I just feel like I really, really can't mess around. And so, yeah, I need to do it. I need to hold myself accountable. I saw some comments where
I saw some comments. Yes, how about an honesty challenge, tell you? I love that. I love that. How about getting out of your ego for a few minutes and really facing yourself? That would be a huge challenge. Huge. That'd be more of a challenge than going for a 10-minute walk for Chantal, I think. Is toxic shame keeping her covered, Mary? I would say that's absolutely a component. It has to be. It has to be. Yeah. Yeah, totally. She made that diabetes monitor glow up. Peace, baby. Yeah, you showed us a glow up all right. Those numbers on that meter, they glowed up all right. They sure did. Her videos are going to tank, Callie Cat. Anything other than mukbangs absolutely has half the views. That's true. That's true. Yeah. She needs to, you know, she's got to figure out what she's doing with her channel. I mean, that's secondary to her health, obviously, but how many people have tuned into her for a weight loss challenge, a water fast for how many days, you know, and people join and like, all right, yeah, I'm on a health journey too. I want someone to go through it online with, and then they get this nonsense. Then they get this, where she's rude to her viewers. She tells them off. She says what she's going to do, all this stuff. I'm going to go walking. You won't even believe what she says coming up, okay? Okay, just be prepared for a shocker that she thinks she's going to actually attain, okay? You're watching her as a new viewer for health content, a glow up. Oh, yeah, it's almost the first of the year, the calendar year. Yeah, that's my resolution. I'm going to glow up too. And this lady's doing it too. All right, well. We'll see. We'll see.
where people are like, you did this to yourself and blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to say that this is an excuse. I fully agree that I have to take responsibility for my own health, 100%. Even if you're a food addict, then you need to get help with your addiction, even if, you know what I mean? But, yeah, I agree 100%. I have to. And that's what I'm going to try to do my best to do, is just really take responsibility and whatever I have to do now to get control of my health.
All right, let me stop you there, Chantal. She's a food addict and she has to take responsibility, okay? And do whatever she has to do to get healthy, okay?
I will do. I know people are like, you need therapy, you need therapy, you need therapy. I hate talk therapy. I hate it. I've been in therapy so many times in my life.
Oh, this is going to be a lot to unpack here. So you've admitted that you're a food addict, right? Okay. you've taken responsibility for being a food addict and being responsible for your health. Okay, great. That's step half. Okay. No, I'll give her a full step. Admitting that she has a problem, kind of. She didn't come out and really, I don't know. Okay, taking accountability. Does she even know what that means, to take accountability for something? I don't know. It's a buzzword to her, I think. I don't think she really gets it. And tell us, without changing the subject, how do you plan to break your addiction without professional help? How is that going to happen?
Since I'm 15, I've seen psychiatrists. I've been to the outpatient binge eating disorder place where they just gave me Vyvanse, which made me feel like I was on some kind of drugs. And
so Vyvanse is a stimulant drug. It can be used for ADHD. It made her feel like she was on some kind of drugs. Did it make you feel like when you snorted cocaine or when you smoked meth? Was it like that, or was it a little bit different? Because your Vyvanse was prescribed in 2019, and the cocaine and meth were in 2021. So was it like that, or something a little bit different?
I've been through a lot of talk therapy. I've paid a lot of money for therapy, and I just can't. Like, it doesn't, I just dread it, and I don't, it's not because...
Why would you dread therapy, Chantal? Taking accountability. Does she have a ukulele? Excellent question, Willy Mum. Yeah, she should just get on, strum a ukulele, and sing a song about her toxic audience. Yeah, she should. And if you've been in therapy, if you've found the right therapist who was able to help you with whatever you were dealing with or are dealing with, you know that it can be an immensely valuable thing to have in your life. A qualified, trained professional to help you. She says that she has been to a psychiatrist. She has been in therapy. She's had all this help, supposedly, right? But what was her participation in it? She's putting it onto the people who are supposed to be helping her and not on herself. No one can do it for you, Chantal. But you do have to open up to these people and tell them what's going on. Not because they want to know your secrets, but because that's their job. They need to figure out what's going on with you so they know how to guide you. And if you can't get past the first 5 sessions, sorry, your issues didn't develop over the past few months. This has been like this your entire life.
It's hard to talk through things. It's just, I don't know. I can't get past the feeling that I just don't like talking to one-on-one with a stranger about it. I don't know. It's weird. And talking to you guys, yeah, I just talk to the camera. Half of it I'm talking to myself, and then I'm talking to you guys. And it's like a therapy for me, to talk it out. So I really enjoy that more, honestly. I mean, that's fine if therapy's really worked for you. And I have been in therapy for...
And really, you do want to talk to a virtual stranger about your issues, not someone who has known you, who is already biased in some way about you. Laurel 785, can we talk about how reaction channels enable Chantal? Can you give me an example of that, Laurel? I'm curious who you might be thinking of or in what way, perhaps. Talking to your friends, some people can find that helpful if you have like a general issue that you want to vent about, or maybe like an isolated problem. But if you have deep-seated issues, if you have psychological problems, no layperson is really going to be able to help you through that. These are trained people in the mind to know how to deal with you. And there isn't one size fits all. There are different types of therapy. All different types for different things. If she's only tried one type with a couple of people, yeah, it might not have been helpful. That doesn't mean that there's no help for you.
I mean, I did tough it out a few times that I've been in counseling, and I don't know, it's just not for everybody. You know, there's not one size fits all for remedy. So there's many different ways to achieve something.
That's true. That's true. And there, like I said, there are different treatments and things available to you. But if you are truly an addict, you have a psychological dependence to something. How do you think you're just going to break that on your own by yourself? The reason I think that Chantal is so resistant to help is so she can hang on to her addiction, so she doesn't have to let it go.
So I'm just trying to, you know, I don't know, we'll see. But for now, I'm trying to stick to healthy eating, medication, trying to go to bed earlier, which really sucks because I hate the day. Like, I know I always say, I like nighttime, but it's healthier apparently to be a day person. I don't know. Anyway, nothing really new to talk about. I just wanted to update you guys because I know you guys are worried about me. Like, if I'm gone for a day, you think that I'm dead.
She laughs like that's an impossibility. Like, oh, like I'm dead or something. Oh, okay. Fran says, I go to therapy. I'm not happy where I live. It's a nice house and beautiful in the wine country, but I only have one friend and I miss the snow. Yeah, sometimes you need support and coping techniques to get through. 100%. Yep. She thinks she knows best than anyone. She has a false sense of superiority. Yes, for sure. Yep. Yes, I have to watch her twice, of course. Yeah, I have to be prepared when I go live. I can't just like watch it the first time. There's a lot going on when you live stream. A lot. So I have to watch it first, or at least listen through it first the first time without being online, so I can truly listen to her. And then when I'm watching it again with you guys, then I remember, oh yeah, I wanted to comment on this, on that. Yeah, because there's too much going on. Otherwise, I would just probably, not even stop because I'd be paying attention to everything else. Yeah, no one's worried. We weren't worried, Chantal. We knew you were coming back. That's true. That's true. Kelly Cat, she can't stand the thought that they see the real you and hold you accountable. That's what I think a lot of it is too, the accountability part. She can't just go in there and complain about every single person in her life. You could let them know, okay, this is what's going on. Okay, what's your part in it? Are you even a factor, or are you just a victim? What's your part? How do you react? How did this situation come to be? What is your part in it? And she doesn't want to admit that. Her mind is very immature. Yeah, it definitely is. Susan Elliott doesn't want to share her problems with a therapist, but will share it with the whole of YouTube. Does she think the therapist will have to see her marriage certificate? That's funny. Joanna, therapy is tough. You have to work through discomfort. Yeah, if you're not used to it, it can be extremely uncomfortable, and you might dread going to the first few sessions. But once connections start to be made about why things are the way that they are, why you're reacting to things in a certain way, what someone else's motivation might be, it's a whole other perspective. That's what I have found to be the most valuable in therapy. Getting someone who's completely unbiased, who hasn't known me. I tell them what's going on. I answer all of their questions 100% honestly, even if it makes me look bad. Because I'm committed to being a healthier person. And not everyone can do that. Fact-phobic for the most part. There's give and take conversations, treatment plans, trial and failure, as well as understanding yourself and how you can help yourself. And that can take a lot of time for some people to understand themselves. I don't think she understands herself at all. Some people need therapy to stop enabling, says Laurel. Who's enabling? Who do you feel is enabling? Creepy Corner, she doesn't like therapy. She doesn't like therapy because they ask hard questions. They ask hard questions. They do. Yeah, they do. Sometimes you don't know the answers. I remember very specific parts in therapy where, you know, my therapist would ask me, "Do you know what's causing that?" And I just looked at her like, "No, I really don't." And she said, "Okay, we're going to figure it out. You know, we're gonna get the answer." And it's like, okay. Okay. And if you sit with a therapist and you're not feeling it, sometimes you have to try out different ones. If you're not vibing, if you feel like they're really not getting you, and if you don't feel a little bit challenged, you know, it's not always going to be a good fit. Sometimes you have to try different ones. You couldn't stop for taking in the snow foodie, but you're worried about Vyvanse. Exactly. Yeah, some stimulant she's okay with, some she's not, apparently.
And I know there's a lot of people wishing me dead, which is just like messed up and says more about you than anyone else. But I'm not going anywhere. I'm not gonna die, so yeah, even if out of spite. I don't.
Spoiler, Chantal, we're all gonna die. All of us. We're all gonna die. Every single one of us. Okay? All of us. Including you. Including me.
No, stay mad. I'm not gonna let this kill me. Even if it's out of spite. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna die. So
you are gonna die, Chantal, and just no one knows when. You know, I'm gonna die. I don't know when. You know, that's up to God. In my faith, that's something that God has predetermined. I don't know when it'll be. So, you know, but to say I'm not going to die, oof, she's so much in her ego right now. It's painful to watch. Tragically Delicious says therapists are like bras. You got to try some on. Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of bras that just don't feel right. Sometimes you have to try on a completely different size that would never normally fit you, because in that brand, it is that size. Some, you need a wider strap. There's mostly women in here. I know we got a few guys too, but you know, you're probably a little bit older and you understand. You've probably seen a few bras in your lifetime, okay? Okay, we wear sports bras on this channel when we're dealing with Chantal because Salah tells us to keep them calm. He has told us to keep them calm.
Calm your tits, haters. You all suck it.
Now, he thinks that I'm a hater and he wants me to keep them calm. I mean, okay, you know. I'm not a hater, but I can keep them calm. Sure. Ryan says, therapists are like bras. I don't need one. Nice. See, that's what we get from having the 5% of my viewers that are men. We get the humor there. She knows all this stuff and she knows what recovery entails. She has been to Overeaters Anonymous, etc. She's just playing with her viewers in the reaction channels and you are all joining in. Okay, Laurel. Do you feel that we're enabling her? You've kind of mentioned that a few times. I'd like to know more of your thoughts on that. You may not be caught up to us live, though. So you might hear what I'm saying a little bit later than when I've actually said it. Kimberlina says you start to die the second you're born. True. Momo, I ain't even wearing a bra. Free the boulders. Okay. Hey, all right. She's mad because I asked if she's going to leave a pre-recorded goodbye video for Salah to upload. Militia, that is very thoughtful, I think, of you to even suggest to her, because she wouldn't have thought of that herself. That's something. Because he's not going to be able to come on camera and be like, she died. Okay, well, we have questions. Suck it, haters. You know? I mean, really. Laurel, there are quite a few people in the chat, so I'm not going to chase down your message. There's like 450 people here, so. But I've seen you mention enabling a few times, and you haven't really specified exactly what you're talking about. I'm happy to have the conversation with you, but it's got to be a two-way street. Get awkward. Preggers not looking forward to needing a damn bra. Oh, you never know, though. Like, if you get a supportive one that's not, you know, that's comfortable, you might like it. Oh, she's so zoomed in, it shows her insecurity with her size. That's right, Cart the Cart. It does. If you're so comfortable, why don't you go full, like, let's see everything. Like set up the camera across the room, then sit on your love seat with your, sit there and talk to us like that. But no, we're right up on your face. Why? As an account made 4 weeks ago has been commenting on every reaction channel about their enabling. Okay, thank you, Denatrix. Interesting. Well, Laurel, we can absolutely, on my channel, we do nestigations. We have like conversations. You can tell probably that the people in this chat are very intelligent and they have amazing insight and they have a lot of life experience. So we can have the conversation about enabling. But if it's just to like throw jabs and stuff, we don't really do that here.
Get used to it.
Get used to it.
Get used to staying obsessed. I don't understand how the people who are wishing that I would die or making jokes about it probably smoke like 50 packs a day and sound like they're on death's door more than I am, are close to my weight, and also would have no job, would have no content, and would have to go work at a shawarma shop or something. If I die, you're all screwed. The ones making money off of...
It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Again, the ego, Chantal. We're all going to die, okay? I know we don't like to think about it, but it's a fact of life. It is. And for myself personally, YouTube is not... I would be in a lot of trouble if YouTube was my sole source of any kind of income at all. Yeah, that would not be good. But and anyone who does cover Chantal exclusively should think about diversifying, because she isn't going to be around forever, and if you still gotta make the money. So Chantal, I don't think there's many people who are truly relying on you to upload every single day. I don't think so. I think you give yourself way too much credit, and again, that's the ego. Your ego is huge right now. I don't know how, but it is.
My back, you're all done for. So you better wish them around a long time.
You're all done for.
Anyway, you know what I mean? What would you do if your bread and butter dies? It's quite the conundrum. You hate me, but you need me. Sucks to be you. That chicken pot pie I made, oh my gosh. With just a few tweaks of a recipe, you can make it a lot healthier. Instead of using lard or butter for the pie, you can use olive oil, and it makes actually a really, really flaky pie crust. I was surprised. I was so intimidated by pie crust, but it was so easy, so easy.
Intimidated by pie crust. 2 2/3 cup of flour and 2/3 of a cup of oil, a little bit of salt, and what else was there? It was something else, I forget. Yeah. You're a child survivor of parental addiction. You attend Al-Anon. I'm just trying to spread awareness of how to help an addict. Laurel 785, I totally support that, but we can have a conversation about it. So if you would like to explain how reaction I'm truly am interested in the conversation, how reaction channels are enabling her in her behavior, because I don't want to be an enabler. I know a lot about that. I don't want to be an enabler. So if you do have some more insight you'd like to share, I would be happy to hear it. Ryan wants some cheesecake now. That would be really good, wouldn't it? Do you like fruit on your cheesecake, Ryan? My cheesecake, okay, I have to have a firm cheesecake. I don't like it all loosey-goosey, all right? It's got to be firm, perfectly chilled, okay? I need a substantial graham cracker crust. That's important. Not too soggy, but also not, too, crunchy, But it's got to be, a good amount, not just, a little spreading on the bottom of the pan. No, a crust, pressed into the springform pan, okay? I like it chilled. If it's a really good cheesecake, I don't want anything on it. I want it 100% plain. But if fresh strawberries, fresh, in the summer strawberries, mashed up with a little bit of lemon juice, maybe a little bit of sweetener, and on the side, yes. You like New York plain cheesecake? Just the box kind? Extra sloppy? Extra sloppy? Do you know Junior's cheesecake? I think that's made in New York, isn't it? Yeah. Blueberry cheesecake is your favorite, turn the page? Mm-mm. New York cheesecake with a fruit compote. Ooh, peach cobbler. That sounds fancy. Cheesecake snob. Yeah. Why use all the calories if it's not exactly how you want it, you know? You're on a diet. It'll be important. I'm sorry. Oh. Mince pies in other countries. There are mincemeat pies in the States, Wheelie Mum. They're not really that common, though. Since mid-November, we've had them at work, and I struggle not to join in. Aw. Have you used other cookies like Oreo for the crust, Desiree? Yeah, it's not the same. It's not the same. Like Chantal made one with Biscoff cookies for a crust. That'd probably be pretty good. But there's just nothing like a graham cracker crust. Oh, so good. She's going to be bedbound. I mean, she's already housebound. She's saying she's going to go on like walking challenge videos. Okay, we'll start in the hallway. Start in the hallway of your building. As a sweet food, yes, Willie Mum. Yeah, mincemeat pie. My dad used to love them. Yeah. Creepy Corner says, lots of here in the chat, I'm sure have amazing hobbies and amazing places to work. She can only dream. She fails to see most here just watching downtime. Exactly. This is exactly. Yeah. Yeah. The majority of my time is not spent thinking about Chantal, creating anything for Chantal. Anything that I do for my channel to make you guys have to help you guys have a better experience while watching her is I do for you, not for her, you know. Graham crackers have a chocolate graham cracker cookie that also works for crust. Okay. That might be good. Maybe. Oh yeah, Fran makes some. Fran makes cheesecakes. You have 23 cheesecakes to make for restaurants and people. I use crushed ginger snaps. Those would be good too.
I just put it in the freezer for like maybe 10 minutes to make sure it's really cold. You roll it out, you plop it on top of the filling. That's it. I didn't put a bottom crust, just a top crust. And since, you know, my doctor was like, you know, you can have like a wheat toast or something, a little bit of whole grains per day. That's kind of like whole grain flour, you know, whole wheat flour, not whole grain. So,
and she thinks that she's following the doctor's orders. Whole grain. One piece of whole grain toast has now been translated to whole wheat flour crust made with almost 3 cups of flour and what was it? Almost a full cup of oil. That's what she has translated from one slice of whole grain toast is now a chicken pot pie with a crust made of flour and oil. Whew. Laurel, enabling because Chantal is getting attention via reaction channels, either good or bad. I won't comment any further. Please research the 12-step Al-Anon program if you have questions. Laurel 785, I know about the program very, very well. Intimately, in fact. Thankfully, myself, I haven't had any addiction problems in my life. Thank God. Thank God. But I am very familiar with it. So, although I appreciate you giving your thoughts here, I'm still... And I understand you don't want to continue the conversation, but for me, it's always helpful to have a little more information into how, if I am directly somehow enabling Chantal, because that's not something that I want to do. For me, my channel is informing others about the religion that she says, you know, that she is practicing, you know, worshiping her own body, I guess is the new religion. I don't know. That's part of it. But also discussing everybody's thoughts about Chantal and their own struggles and their own successes as well. So, but thanks for stopping in.
I guess that's it. I'm going to get off of here and put the video out, I guess, whenever I come back. I don't know. But I guess that's all I wanted to say. Keeping busier, you know, also helps. Working on projects and stuff really also helps. So mental health, keeping busy, you know. So yeah, you guys don't have to worry about me. I'm doing all right. I always pull through. I don't let things truly defeat me. And I will beat this. Because, honestly, it's like kind of like I feel angered at like the health problems and at myself. And I want to like beat myself, beat this unhealthy, self-destructive self and these health issues. They're not going to get me. Nope. Sorry. 6-pack health arc incoming and
6-pack health arc incoming. Oh my God, we're going to see 6-pack abs on Chantal. But you know what? We're never going to be able to see them. They're still going to be under an abaya. 6-pack abs. This has just... If you've ever tried to get abs, you know how extraordinarily difficult it is, especially as a woman. I'm talking about a woman maybe that has a couple pounds to lose. It is unbelievably difficult, okay? And the fact that she thinks that eating chicken pot pie and doing a couple 10-minute walks is going to be a 6-pack ab arc is just like, it tells me all I need to know. She knows nothing. Private abs. She knows nothing about diet, exercise, fitness, health, and wellness. Nothing. Nothing. When this was years ago. I was at my absolute lowest weight. I was at the gym or running literally every single day of the week, okay? And I did a lot of ab work, a lot. I remember taking conjugated, it's CLA. It's a supplement because it can help to get rid of belly fat, allegedly, right? I was taking that. The supplements. I was dedicated, okay? I didn't have a life like I do now, okay? I was dedicated. I remember telling somebody at my work, because he was like, you must have abs. And I'm like, I don't. And I said, sometimes when I stretch myself all the way out, like if I'm standing, and I arch my back like backwards, right? Like all the way back. I'm like, sometimes I can kind of make out something. Okay? Now that's either running or weightlifting every single day and being extremely diligent about my nutrition. And there were no abs. Okay? So, Chantal, let's get honest about the weight on the scale. Let's get honest about your actual efforts. Let's get honest in the kitchen. You're worshiping yourself isn't going to make it happen. And as a Muslim, it angers God to worship anything but God. Okay? So let's not talk about abs. Get out of the ego. Hippiesta, thank you for the super chat. The wages of sin is death, and we are all sinners. Oh, okay. Let's see. The wages of sin is death. I don't know if I truly understand that. The wages of sin is death. The wages of sin is death. And we are all sinners. Oops. Sorry. Okay. I don't think I fully understand, but that's okay.
I love you, Shanta.
Blondie Too Lovely, how's it going? Welcome to the nest. Come on in. Welcome. Let me get you your cha-ching while I ponder. While I ponder your deep words. Thank you so much. Thank you, Hippiesta.
Oh yeah, baby.
Oh yeah, baby.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah! Nice, Hippiesta! You won! Sweet! It's from the Bibles. It's a Bible verse from Romans. Okay, the wages of sin is death, and we are all sinners. Okay. I'll have to look into the meaning of that. I don't really understand it. But thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. We will all die because we're all sinners, Susan. Okay. Well, of course. Of course. You just made your granny's pecan pie, Hippiesta? Nice. Nice. Yeah, no one is getting out of here on this earth without, we're absolutely all sinners. We will all have to answer. That's my belief anyway. And yeah, it's all going to come to an end for each and every one of us. It is. Absolutely. For a woman to get abs like a guy. Oh, it's woman to get abs like a guy. They have to do serious weightlifting too. Desiree, yeah. And I'm telling you, I was doing deadlifts, squats, benching. Oh my, chest press. Yeah, it was very serious. PSA says, Santiago, pro bodybuilders are the most aesthetic looking but very unhealthy. Lots are dying in their 20s and 30s. Jay-Z says, it's a Bible verse. Thanks, Jay-Z. Welcome, Mr. Carter, to the chat. Nice to see you. So you're such a pathetic joke, says Miss T. Abs and kidney transplant. I mean, just that tells me the delusion is real. It's very real with this one. Very real.
That's exactly what's going to happen. So, for all of you waiting for me to croak, do you not know me by now? Do you not know that I will do everything in my power for that not to be true? Yeah. I don't know. My defiance might just save my life in this case. Anyways. See you guys later. Bye. That's exactly what's going to happen. So, for all of you waiting for me to croak, do you not know me by now? Do you not know that I will do everything in my power?
Well, that's where you're messing up, Chantal. It's not all within your power. That's your ego talking. It's not all within your power. Sorry to tell you. Sorry to tell you, it's not. Nope. No. Your body has other ideas. You've been abusing it for how many years now? How many years? And you're doing this last-ditch effort to try to get healthy to save your life? Okay. You're not going to undo 40 years of abuse in 4 weeks. It's not going to happen. But hey, I applaud you for your efforts, and I hope you get as healthy as you can.
Be true? Yeah. I don't know. My defiance might just save my life in this case. Anyways. See you guys later. Bye. I hope you're all having a wonderful day.
You wish.
Sure. Sure, Chantal. Sure. You doubt she'll ever follow through? Yeah, Sachi Bell. I mean, she has no follow through on anything. No, you're right. Yeah, very arrogant. Yes. Her next doctor's appointment will be bad. She will realize her diet is not good. I mean, she has no idea what she's doing nutritionally. None. No clue at all. No. Definitely a clown. That's right. That face, Smugtal. Yes, truly smug. She was going to defy gallstones, no gallbladder. She was going to defy ovarian cysts, no ovaries, no uterus. Stranded in Utah, you're 100% right. Just having the thought that I will be healthy and I won't have these conditions isn't enough. It's not enough. You got to actually take some action. And I saw your message a little bit earlier. I wanted to read, because you said you had very low body fat and still no abs, like 12% or something. And if you're a female, that's extremely low. Extremely low. Yeah, I can't find it right now. But yeah, I wanted to acknowledge that as well. Like, you know, you were an athlete, extremely low body fat, and still no abs. Yeah. Very, very difficult. And abs are made in the kitchen, and she clearly has no idea about nutrition at all. So I hate to say it, but when she has a stroke or heart attack, she's going to wish she did better. Yeah, Desiree. It'll probably be in that very last moment when she's like, oh no. That she's going to have her life flash before her eyes. Like, I wish I'd done things differently. I wish I wasn't such a contrarian against everything, even herself. Even herself. And that saw to the weird sympathy pangs I was having for her. She is her worst enemy and she will never change. That's right, nobody important. It's like at the beginning of the video, and I was like, okay, wait, you may think I'm being extra witchy today, but just wait. Just wait till the end of the video. Yeah. Yeah, stranded in Utah, 12% and no abs. I mean, yeah. She's going to get abs, though. But they will be under the abaya regardless, so we'll never see them anyway. 12% body fat as a female is brutal, yeah. Anything out of the 20% is like you are putting in an immense amount of effort. Yeah. She can be smug, but she's only hurting herself. That's right, Frodian. That's right. Yeah. Put that video in the dictionary next to hubris, poison petty 4. I know. My God. Stranded in Utah, neither am I. Neither am I. No one would ever question whether or not I had abs right now. No, they wouldn't. They wouldn't be like, of course you have. No. Same. It's very difficult to maintain. It's got to be one of like the sole focus in your life, really. Not just like a side thing you do for, regular health. They'll be under 5 meters of skin. Yeah. Shoot, I'm sitting here typing, I wish I did things differently. Yelly me, we can all learn the lesson here. Of course. If you are an adult person and you don't have at least a few regrets, you probably haven't lived much life. People sometimes say, I have no regrets. It made me who I am. I'm happy for you. I definitely have a few. I wish I'd done some things a little bit differently, for sure. When I was low body fat, I didn't get my period. Right, Kimberlina? Right. At low percentages like that, yeah. She has abs under that abaya. They're covered by 3 feet of fat, yarn enthusiast. Oh, yeah, that's true. Everyone does have them. Yep. Yeah, they're covered up a little bit. Yep. No 6-pack of the popular Middle Eastern non-alcoholic beer. Right. Yeah, maybe it's that strawberry soda they were drinking out of the bottle. More likely she'll keep her keg. Yeah, there's a keg. Yeah, that's true. How is she this clueless, Terra Mama? That's part of what's kind of fascinating about her. How do you get to be an adult person and still have, these ways of thinking? How does that happen? How do you get there? Who eats French dressing, though? Yelling me? Not even as a kid. I used to like it as a kid, but, I couldn't eat it now. It's too sugary and sweet. But I'm like a balsamic vinegar type of person now, so that's a complete 180. You have a list of them, Creepy Corner, but that's what helps us learn. 100%. Yeah. You regret moving to California? Oh, Fran. Are you ever going to be able to move back, do you think? She has to quit candy and Christmas goodies. I mean, I don't know how many Christmas goodies she's going to have there, but yeah. She thought she'd be Everest ready in 6 months, too. Yeah. I think my thumbnail for that video has the actual date. It was in November that she was supposed to be ready for Everest, Mount Everest. Yeah. You like most of the vinegars? Yeah. Yeah. Vinegar and it's really good for digestion, too. But I can't be one of the apple cider vinegar drinking people. I wish I could be. It is supposed to be pretty good for you, but just the feeling of it going down. I can't. I've tried mixing it with water, and then I feel like I'm drinking salad dressing. I just can't. I'm looking through my my thumbnails. I put the date right on the thumbnail for Everest. When was she supposed to be ready for Mount Everest? It was in November. November 7th. 6 months to Mount Everest. November 7th. She was supposed to be ready to go. She wasn't ready. Spoiler alert. And not ready by December 7th either. I wish there was a December blackout on foodie so she doesn't get all that money. She doesn't really make that much, I don't think. I actually hate this time of year. If it's God's will, I might be next. Old broad? To no longer be here? I mean, in my faith, it's God's will regardless, you know. But I hope you're around. You contribute and add a lot to this. You really do. The apple vinegar tablets are way easier. I'll have to look into those because I can't. Her oxygen blood levels are already at Everest level. Oh my God. She wouldn't make it to base camp. I can't wait to look for the the coordinates to find Everest base camp for the weather. Walden Farms, yeah. Sugar-free, 0 calories, dressings, and line of condiments. Yep. She has 5 days left to do it. Yeah, it's possible, otters and elephants. I'm way too pessimistic. She still has a chance. There's still a chance she could make it to Everest Base Camp. They still have the plastic on their car. I'm guessing they're going to return it. I mean, why else would you keep that on in the heat? Right, Faye? Why? So many things with her. I'm like, why would you do that? Why wouldn't you do that? What are you doing? So many things. So many things. Do you think Salah gets pissed she never kept one of her promises to him about weight loss? That's what he wanted. I would imagine anyone would be tired of someone that's promising to do things. And I'm going to do this, and I'm going to go on this diet meal, and I'm going to da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and it never happens. It's been a year. She's gained weight. She hasn't lost any. She's lost mobility. She's not jumping in the car with him to like go down the street and like hop out and do whatever. Like, she's far too sedentary. She doesn't even move around anymore. Yeah. I mainly eat lean meats and veggies. Yeah, Tara Mama. I mean, that's the fastest way to weight loss. It really is. It's not always easy, but it's definitely a very healthy way to lose weight fairly quickly, too. Yep. Tracy says, I can't tell if she's just really dumb, trolling, or both. Same. I ask myself that all the time. Like, does she know how manipulative she's being and how much she's trolling us? Or is she just really that dumb? And I think it's both, but yeah. Rumor has it that a lot works for Sherry, and that's why they have this car. Yeah, maybe. I don't think so. I would need to see some proof of that to have the conversation. Has anyone shown you guys proof of that at all? Or are people just saying it? He never had interest in more than what she could do for him. Right, Miss T. Yeah, I agree. Yep. She's trying to troll, but she's bad at it and dumb. Yep, Throdian. You think she believes her own lies, Faye? Yeah, and she seems to talk herself in circles, and that just keeps her confused, perpetually confused. It's very circular thinking anyway, and sometimes I think she is confused, and sometimes I think she's trying to confuse people. And so that's one reason to get therapy, just to have someone straighten out your thoughts, because it's all over the place. All over. Alat had Sherry logos in his video to Bahrain. Where were the logos? Like, what were they on? She knows how manipulative she's being. She told us in that video she withholds info for control. Yeah, nobody important. Yeah. She uses confusion as a form of gaslighting. Nobody important. Yeah, a lot of manipulators do that. Yeah. Yep. Because you'll remember that she said something last week, and this week it's something else. And you try to, and that's how it gets confusing sometimes watching her. Because it's like, if you're not really keeping track, it's like, well, I thought she said that. And then, she's not keeping her story straight. Whether that's intentional or not, it's, it's gaslighting. It's like, well, which is it? And she doesn't answer. So, yeah. Tragically, it's beautiful, but my kids were bullied and I felt stifled. I'm a female basketball ref in Utah. It was a battle for respect. Wow. Wow. Sweet Tea says, I think the community gives her too much credit. She's just really stupid. She tries to manipulate, but she fails. Yeah. Yeah, because, I think if she really is that dumb, then I would feel bad for picking on her. Because it's like, oh, but I know she's not, though. She is and she isn't. It's that one thing she said in Cuba. I'm going to manipulate you and you're still going to watch. You're going to love it. So, she knows what she's doing. She does know. And she's dumb. She's a double threat. Yeah. She thinks that her meals are great. She thinks her meals are great and she's doing better than any nutritionist. Yeah, they can't tell her. Oh. She said a palm and a half of rice. How big is your palm, ma'am? Thank you, Creepy Corner. You're a fun channel no matter who you cover. Thank you. And when Chantal arc ends, you have a solid channel and fine topics. So your channel, I think, has a long future. People come here because of you. Thank you, Creepy Corner. That's very nice of you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not obsessed with Chantal. We can definitely discuss other things. Contrary to what she thinks, me being on YouTube has very little to do with her. Very little. The more she lies, it makes it hard to remember what she said. And that's why, reaction channels and channels like mine are important, because I keep spreadsheets sometimes about the things like her sugar levels and her weight. It's like, well, on this date you said this. I like to look at the inconsistencies and to have the clips to show for it. Like, these are your own words. This is what you said. Oh, we all misunderstood. Thousands of people misunderstood you. You're not confused yourself, or you're not putting out different information. Okay. It makes it clearer for people to not question themselves. It's her. Sad thing is, the people she manipulates the easiest are the ones she considers her friends and loyal beezers. You're absolutely right. Otters and elephants. Yep. Yep. People who have actual empathy for her and see her as a regular person who's going through it. Those are very nice people, but they will see eventually. Almost everyone does. I'm obsessed with her. Yeah. Totally obsessed. That's right, Creepy Corner. Sansa Cooks has an amazing channel too, and One Salty Beach. I have been trying to get in contact with One Salty Beach. So if she happens to hear this, if you could send me a message on Twitter, I'd appreciate it. Thank you. Sir, that's very rude. Okay. You see him doing something over here, right? So naughty. He just wants a little attention. That's fine. You've been getting attention all day. It's Saturday. Come on. Here he comes. He's coming over. Okay. What's going on, buddy? Oh, it must be SNACKS time. I usually spell it out SNAX, but he knows what that means, even when I spell it like that. Hey, Boasby. You were still with one of the coffee shop jazz channels? I put those on for the dogs when I leave the house. Those jazz channels. The Bossa Nova. It's nice. You just want to know how it all ends, Anne Margaret. Yeah, a lot of people are hanging around for that. Yep. That's right. I've only learned of some of you in the past couple weeks trying to make the rounds. Nice, Tragically Delicious. Yeah, all the channels are a little bit different and have their own style. So, yeah, that's awesome to try, try as many out as you can, because each one kind of offers like a little bit of a different perspective. I subscribed early on to Chantal thinking I might help. Oh, broad, that didn't last long. Yeah. You have want to sleep on the bed, want to sleep under it? Oh, Willy Mum. Nobody Important says, reaction channels are like collective processing of the gaslighting. Right. We all gather to make sure we're not the crazy ones. Absolutely. That's so important too. Because abusive people who gaslight, like they rely on the abused not communicating with one another to compare. Well, I heard this. Did you hear that? Did I hear that wrong? And when you have people communicating, it's like, no, it's her. It's her. Mm-hmm. Can't imagine what her family thinks plus Pete's. Who knows? Who knows? Pete's is an enabler. I agree, Salty Sea Witch. She's just a hateful person, Joanna. Agree. Agree. If you haven't yet checked out Sansa Cook's video from today, she interviewed an emergency physician. I'm going to put her channel in the chat. Definitely check it out. She gave the physician an overview of Chantal's issue and asked his opinion. And it's a very insightful. It's very good to watch. Definitely check it out. Highly encourage that. I did notice the blue plaid shirt is not fitting. She doesn't button it anymore. Yeah. Hey, Angel of Vitality. Okay. All right. We'll see ya. When you catch up. Yeah. You leave lo-fi on for the pups during the workday, Moz? Aw, yeah. It's good, like, background music for them. And it tunes out any of the outside noise. Of course, Sansa. Of course. That's a very important video for everyone to watch. Definitely check it out. And, you know, we can't give a professional all of 100% of Chantal's psychological history, medical history, you know, all of that. It's, you know, they're not personally treating Chantal, but to give a good, you know, here's some lab levels. Here's what this person is going through right now. Here's what we know. And to get a physician's opinion on that, that's gold. That's gold content right there. I was just watching her squash stew. Nice. You just saw Sansa Cooks the other day. Tragically delicious. I love seeing the drama without leaving the wingnuts. The wingnuts. Yeah, she's a very sane channel. Yeah. Even if Chantal has disorders, none of it excuses her behavior. Absolutely. Nobody important. There are plenty of people with issues, but they work on it, often hard. She's not doing so. That's her choice. There are so many people who have been through all kinds of things and don't do what she does. You're right. Sounds like it's time for me to run. We gotta go out. We gotta have the SNAX and all of that. Yeah. Everybody, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate all the time that you spend with me. I truly do. I truly, truly do. Thank you. And hopefully I will see you very soon in the very near future. Oh, yeah, it's time to go. All right, everyone. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.